Yes, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin. In today's video, I have 3 big stories you need to know if you hold cryptocurrency, involving Bitcoin, involving the Ethereum merge, as well as Ripple and Celsius, and much more. So, like always, check the timestamps down below, find the news that's best for you, and let's jump in, starting with huge news. Blackrock announces the launch of a new private spot Bitcoin trust. So, in other words, BlackRock is now offering direct Bitcoin spot exposure to their clients via a trust. Let's unpack this. Let's just like the video real quick. Let's talk about what this means. And the reason that this is so huge is because BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager in existence, overseeing $10 trillion plus in total assets. Now, of course, the 2 things to keep in mind. Number 1, this is a trust, much like the Grayscale Bitcoin trust is a trust, meaning that the trust buys the Bitcoin and then investors buy shares in that trust. And the reason that some institutional investors especially prefer that is because then they don't have to worry about custody or management. In this case, BlackRock or GBTC handles all that. But the good thing is that this is a spot trust. You have to hold the actual Bitcoin. So that's number 1 to keep in mind. And number 2, which we sort of already covered, the fund is only available to U.S. institutional investors, meaning that you do have to be accredited to take part in this. So while this is a positive step forward, this is just still one of many steps to get big money into crypto. And last but not least, a direct quote from BlackRock on why they chose Bitcoin specifically to offer to their clients. They say, "Despite the steep downturn in the digital asset market, we are still seeing substantial interest from some institutional clients in how to efficiently and cost-effectively access these assets using our technology and product capabilities. Bitcoin is the oldest, largest, and most liquid digital asset and is currently our clients' primary subject of interest within the digital asset space." So BlackRock is saying, because of the overwhelming demand from their clients, yes, they will offer a Bitcoin trust, spot Bitcoin trust, which I like. Give me your thoughts on this down below. And next up, what is happening if you hold Ethereum? Well, after a successful testnet merge, the third and final one, Ethereum's real merge now has tentative dates. So there's really no more dress rehearsals to go through. The actual show is happening September. These details all come from Ethereum's latest consensus layer call filled with Ethereum developers. And in terms of when the merge is actually happening, a document circulated among ETH developers during that call that showed there could be several scenarios for when the merge on the Ethereum mainnet might occur. Likely dates include September 15th, 16th, or 20th. And it truly just depends on when the Ethereum developers choose to pull the trigger. And whenever they do, they have to implement the Bellatrix mainnet fork first, and then 2 weeks later, the official merge automatically happens. So most of the developers agreed that they would aim to have the Bellatrix upgrade live around September 6th, 2022. And Bellatrix is the name of the upgrade that will kick off the process of the merge and set everything in motion. And once the ETH developers switch on Bellatrix, there will be a 14-day period between the Bellatrix upgrade and the mainnet merge. So if you hold Ethereum, there's really nothing stopping this official merge from happening anymore. And by the way, retail has noticed interest for the Ethereum merge is exploding if you look at Google Trends. We see worldwide searches for Ethereum merge over the last 12 months, and we are trending up and to the right. So I would expect a lot of eyes to be on the crypto industry September 15th, 16th, or at the very latest 20th. Because really this is sort of the biggest upgrade that's ever happened to this degree in crypto, right? Bitcoin doesn't really go through that many massive protocol upgrades. It just sort of stays the same, does exactly what you need it to do. But the world will be watching this upgrade with Ethereum, and there's really nothing stopping this anymore. And next piece of news, real quick, before we get to Ripple and Celsius, just an extension on the BlackRock announcement. Energy Web token jumps 25% after BlackRock gives the decarbonization project a shout out. So the nonprofit behind Energy Web token that issues the coin received praise from BlackRock for trying to reduce Bitcoin mining emissions. So if you like Energy Web token, you're loving this. By the way, Energy Web is a nonprofit that builds operating systems for energy grids. So all about making the world greener through transparency on the blockchain. And now Blackrock is verbally saying they like what Energy Web is doing. In a direct quote from Blackrock, they say, BlackRock is encouraged that organizations such as RMI and Energy Web are developing programs to bring greater transparency to sustainable energy usage in Bitcoin mining and will follow the progress around those initiatives. So the largest asset manager in existence is saying they're going to keep following Energy Web and see what they can do. And next piece of news for Ripple. Ripple is considering buying bankrupt crypto lender Celsius's assets on the cheap. And this is being reported directly out of Reuters. A company spokesperson told Reuters that Ripple is interested in learning about Celsius and its assets, and whether any could be relevant to Ripple's business. When asked whether Ripple planned to wholly acquire Celsius, meaning acquire the company as a whole, the spokesperson declined to say. So if Ripple did this, what assets are left with Celsius that are up to be acquired from anybody? Well, the filing from Celsius's bankruptcy revealed that the lending firm's assets included cash, cryptocurrency, the company's own Celsius tokens, and various digital assets within its custody accounts, meaning other people's money, loans, and a Bitcoin mining business. So Celsius, the company, does still own a lot of assets. Now, unfortunately, when weighed against the firm's liabilities, the company still logged a $1.19 billion deficit on its Celsius balance sheets. Now, bringing it back to Ripple, did Ripple lose any money on the Celsius platform? Well, filing showed that Ripple was not one of Celsius's major creditors. Still, the firm, meaning Ripple, still submitted filings seeking representation in the lender's bankruptcy proceedings last week, which is very interesting. If they didn't lose any money with Celsius, why did they need representation in this bankruptcy? Something's up. Something is happening, and it is suspected that they're trying to buy Celsius's assets. But next, quick piece of news with Polygon. The decentralized apps on Polygon has officially hit over 37,000, rocketing over 400% this year. So people are using Polygon/Matic. So the Polygon team just shared the figures via an August 10th blog post, which was sourced from partnered Web3 development platform Alchemy, noting that the figure represented the cumulative number of applications ever launched on both the testnet and mainnet. So even though they have over 37,000 dApps on Polygon, probably not all of those are active. That's just the total number ever launched. But to me, it's not always about dApps, but actually the developers. Which blockchain are the developers flocking to? Well, they also noted that the numbers of monthly active teams, meaning a measure of the developer activity on the blockchain, reached 11,800 at the end of July, up a whopping 47.5% from March. So what this means to you is that the Polygon ecosystem is growing, and that's actually been sort of obvious because we already know are using and developing on Polygon. We have NFT marketplace OpenSea, Metaverse platforms, both Decentraland and the Sandbox, DeFi lending platform Aave, as well as Animoca brands, and many more. So cool to see the progress if you hold Matic. And that's the video. My name's Austin. Like always, see you tomorrow. And we are currently interacting with notable people in the crypto space, so be sure to follow us on Twitter and interact, engage along with us. Link down below, but see you tomorrow.